Hello NFL fans! This video will present my favorite bets for Week 7. Stay tuned until the end because I am offering you the chance to win $100 US by participating in my free prediction contest. Details towards the end of this video. The free picks shared on YouTube did not perform well last week, while the premium picks at mjpicks.com did much better. Overall, the bets on sides and totals posted a disappointing 2-4 record. But the famous and lucrative player proposition bets came to the rescue with 4 wins and 2 losses. So overall, we finished with a 6-6 record, so no harm done. It's time to have a monster week. I feel confident that we're going to crush it. Let's get the party started with my first official pick that goes to the Tampa Bay Bucks as 2.5-point favorites against the Falcons. This line caught my eye from the get-go. The home field advantage in the NFL is estimated to be somewhere between 2.5 and 3 points. In the current case, we are getting the better team with the better quarterback at home, and the line is not bigger than 2.5? Are you kidding me? Of course I'm going to back the home squad in these conditions. Desmond Ridder holds an 0-4 record on the road. In those 4 games, Ridder has tossed just 1 touchdown pass, which is appalling. Since last year, the Falcons are 1-9 as the visiting team. It doesn't get any worse than this. Baker Mayfield is surprising many with the quality of his play this year. I am aware that he struggled last week, but he was facing a stout Lions defense. Things will be easier against the Falcons, and I think it's a good spot for Tampa's offense to bounce back. I also like the fact that the Bucs will be at home for the 3rd straight week, so they had no traveling whatsoever. Their only 2 losses occurred against very tough opponents, the Eagles and the Lions. So give me the Bucs laying only 2.5 points at Raymond James Stadium this Sunday. After this quick break, let me reveal more NFL betting tips for you. My second official betting play for Week 7 in the NFL is the Cleveland Browns in Indianapolis. I decided to play it safe by taking the money line at -125 odds, but opting for the -2-point spread is also a viable option in my humble opinion. The Browns' defense is simply incredible. They have allowed 1,002 total yards through 5 games, which is the lowest total since the 1971 Colts, and they did not accomplish that feat by only feasting on bad offenses. Keep in mind they faced the Bengals, the Ravens, and the 49ers. Last week, Brock Purdy was running for his life the entire afternoon. That's bad news for Gardner Minshew and the whole Colts offense. Minshew is coming off his worst outing of the season by far. He struggled with accuracy and he made several poor decisions. He boosted his stats towards the end of the game in garbage time. On the other side, who will be under center for the Browns? PJ Walker threw a couple of interceptions last week, and honestly, it could have been 3 or 4. He made several risky throws. Granted, he was facing a very tough 49ers defense, so he is likely to fare better against Indy. However, there is a chance that Deshaun Watson will suit up for the game. His situation has been quite puzzling. He was cleared to play in Week 4, but he made the decision to sit out. Then, the team was on a bye week, so we all assumed he would step on the field in Week 6, but he did not. What is going on? Hopefully he plays against the Colts, but even if he doesn't, I still like this bet, given how great the Browns defense has played so far. I would also like to point out the fact that the Browns stayed at home for 4 consecutive weeks before their upcoming meeting with the Colts. In other words, they are well rested. Let's keep rolling with more NFL picks after this break. Pick number 3 for Week 7 goes to the Green Bay Packers, straight up in Denver. Both teams have had their issues so far this season, but those issues have been far worse on Denver's side. And in the case of the Packers, the return of Aaron Jones gives their offense a massive boost. He is not guaranteed to be back, but all signs point in that direction. He logged several limited practices in Week 5 before the Packers had their bye week. To me, chances are good that he will be ready to roll. Over recent years, here is a very simple betting system that has done wonders in the NFL. Betting a road favorite when coming off its bye week. Although the Packers barely qualify as favorites, the current line is -1. So they can indeed be viewed as favorites. This is a sandwich game for the Broncos. They faced the Chiefs last week and will play them again next week. Kansas City is a divisional opponent, so those games are filled with emotions. That makes the matchup against the Packers less motivating for Denver. Russell Wilson looked bad against KC last week. Frankly, he does not look much better than the 2022 version of him. Also, his receivers are not helping him very much. To me, Courtland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy should be playing at a much higher level, given their talent. Wilson seems to be playing slowly and is not making quick, smart decisions. Denver's defense has allowed the most points in the entire league this year. And that was despite facing the Raiders, the Commanders, the Bears, and the Jets, who all have very ordinary offenses. Green Bay's defense is much more reliable. So let me back the team from the frozen tundra in this contest. Let me discuss 3 more potential wagers that I don't like enough to bet right now, but I might change my mind later during the week. My first lean goes to the Minnesota Vikings +7 points against the Niners. Kevin O'Connell is Minnesota's head coach for the 2nd year, and his team has never lost a home game by more than a touchdown. In order to lose this bet, we would need that to happen for the first time. I believe the Vikings can cover that spread, especially with Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, and star left tackle Trent Williams all banged up. Their status for the Monday night game is unclear at the time I made the video, but based on what I read, I would not be surprised if McCaffrey and Samuel miss the game, while Williams seems more likely to suit up. Last week, Brock Purdy looked shaky without those 3 weapons on the field. Despite their 2-4 record, the Vikings only have a -6 point differential. All of their losses were tight, including games against the Eagles and the Chiefs. I am also tempted by another underdog, the Arizona Cardinals, +8 points in Seattle. There are not many numbers backing this pick, but I just feel like this spread is too high. We are talking about a divisional battle, which tend to end up being closer than what most people think, even when a strong team plays a weak one. Joshua Dobbs is obviously a source of concern, and that's one of the reasons why I am not pulling the trigger yet. During his first 4 games, he threw 4 TD passes versus 0 interception. However, his past 2 starts have not gone well, as evidenced by his 2 TD passes and 3 interceptions. He also completed just 36 of his 73 passes, a 49.3% success rate. Ouch! Still, for some reason, I feel it won't be a walk in the park for the Seahawks. The following NFL betting system has performed well in recent years. Betting a bad team if they are on the road as big underdogs after being established underdogs for 4 straight games. Arizona fits all criteria for betting here. As you can see, this is a contrarian system that backs unpopular teams, which is an approach that I often follow as well. I'm not done yet, so keep watching after this break. Let's move on to a third lean. The Rams -3 against the Steelers. Under Mike Tomlin, the Steelers hold a 3-7 record in games played in the Pacific time zone. They are coming off their bye week, but the Rams will be at home for the 3rd week in a row, so that offsets a little bit. Pittsburgh has a better win-loss record than LA, but their point differential says otherwise. Indeed, the Steelers are -31 while the Rams are +21. Big difference. The matchup plays well in favor of the Rams. Pittsburgh's defense is more vulnerable against the pass because they have allowed the 8th most passing yards this year. That is a good fit for the Rams, who have a great wide receiver duo with Cooper Kupp and rookie sensation Puka Nacua. They are likely to throw the ball often, especially with both of their top 2 running backs out for this game. That won't be a problem, and I believe Matthew Stafford can dissect their defense. Good news! I am bringing back my free NFL prediction contest for Week 7. All you need to do is enter your picks against the spread for the 12 games that will take place Sunday and Monday. You will also need to grade your picks from 1 to 12, depending on your confidence level about each pick. The person with the most points will bring home a $100 cash prize. The only way to enter is by signing up at mjpicks.com. Show us your football prediction skills. The winner will be announced in next week's video. I'm Professor MJ, a 15-year university statistics teacher. Check out my daily hockey videos for more betting tips. Cheers, my friend!